So never more shall we see you again.
One of the most perfectly cast characters in the history of motion pictures. British Shakespearean stage actor, playwright, and award-winning novelist Robert Shaw, as that gruff New England relic who hunted sharks, offered charter fishing, and probably knew just about every sea shanty ever written. A character who by one turn could be cantankerous and confrontational, and the next heartfelt with an ability to mesmerize those around him with his tales from the high seas. It's hard to imagine that the best choice was not the first choice. Unless a part is so tailored and specific to a certain actor, casting can be something of a crapshoot, and it's surprising to learn how many actors are replaced at some point into a production when it becomes apparent they were not right for the role. Shaw wasn't the first choice, but I think this movie looks a whole lot different with Lee Marvin as Quint. The relationship between Shaw and Dreyfuss off-screen had such close parallels to Shaw and Dreyfuss on-screen that lightning in a bottle chemistry could just never be duplicated with anyone else in the role. Marvin was a brilliant actor, and I'm sure he would have done a great job, but a great job would still be about 10 rungs below the performance that Shaw brought to the table. He brought Quint to life. When I watch that scene where Quint tells the chilling tale of when he served on the USS Indianapolis, you can't take your eyes off of him. It's almost like being transported to some old maritime dive bar and watching as he nursed a cupful of grog while telling a hushed crowd about that week in World War II when he survived being in shark-infested waters. No matter how many times the locals hear this story, it always brings them to rapt attention, followed by an eerie silence before someone in the back dares to break it with a murmured first verse of "Show me the way to go home." So rare that a movie can produce such a powerful scene that if it were released just on its own as a movie short, it'd be hailed as one of the finest. The opening scene to The Godfather, for example, has that same power, with Brando just sitting there, silent for much of the scene, yet commanding it effortlessly. Scheider and Dreyfuss, they were also perfectly cast. In fact, I don't see a weak link in any of the players that Spielberg cast. Even Harry in his bad hat was spot on. There has been much debate over the years as to whether Jaws should be considered a horror movie or an action thriller. I've always considered it more of a horror monster movie. It's a giant shark that stalks a town and tries to eat everyone. It doesn't sound like much when you say it like that, and it could have just ended up another forgotten B-lister playing the drive-in circuit for the summer. But credit where it's due to Spielberg, he got the right cast at the right time and never lost faith in Bruce's ability to eat his way to the top and make Jaws the first ever summer blockbuster.
Head up! Get back there! I bring the instruments here and bring the